All right, guys. So we're going to be getting into the groove of things straight up. I know me and Joey were supposed to do like a tag team, but Joey decided, hey, Jam. I know we were supposed to do what I was talking about, but since you announced it, I'm gonna have to toss them points. And so that's what happened there. Which is a shame. So we're gonna have to get it back all. So we're 1840. Depending on the length of the video, I'll show y'all. But I might just play. Straight up. So we're gonna sweep this guy with Volcarona. Shocker, Jam. I've never heard you say that before. Shocker. I don't want to be so myopic on Volk in this game that I ignore the rest of my team. I actually want to structure a game plan. My brain, it's been such a wild week, guys. Not in a negative way, but just so many unexpected things. If I had a thing like this, just in the week of unexpectancy. So all right, so I'm gonna play a bit more on jam like in terms of what you're used to in a recording until we get to about a 1900 and now up like the narration style, which may be 3 games depending on who I play. I don't know, 60 points maybe, depending. So I'm gonna be a bit, because it's just gonna speed up the battles a bit more. But I promise I'm coming back. So everything you're about to see has a purpose to it, I promise. So phase 1, Garchomp. Phase 2, EQ. Unless he's Terra Ice, Choice Scarf, in which case I won't lose. Well, you can't say I didn't call it. As I said, if that were the case, I wouldn't lose. Still gonna get swept by. I never make a play that if the thing occurs that I didn't expect, I lose, right? So, my Volcarona being Terra Fairy is not relevant in this game. Though he's, my guard getting hit here, I could but terrestrializing my guard into Fairy is actually not helpful. So what we're gonna end up doing here is got a couple options here. Truth be told, I'm gonna feed out. He's cast a knockoff / EQ here. Yeah, Amunga's gonna take 2 of those, which forces him in a position where he has to put him on to sleep. Terra Ice Choice Scarf, insane. But this is the 1700s after all, so I'm not shocked. But I said I never put myself in a position where that play is going to lose me the game. Can't guard against Ghost either, especially now that he's giving up his D9. So now the opponent is going to aim to get his Iron Moth in. And so what we're going to do is take advantage of that with like Garganicle. And unless he's Choice Specs Grass, I'm always going to end up on the great Tusk side. Well, he'll let me know. I could protect first, but I figured there I'd come nowhere close to dying, which I did not. Morning Sun. I did not expect Morning Sun. Okay, so he's not Choice Specs, which is good. So Volcarona is being more and more lethal by the turn. This Great Tusk has EQ, so it's not Headlong Rush. Yeah, so I'm getting all the data I need. The only way this is, unless this Dragonite is like Dragon Tail or something. Because what I could do is, no, Terraing here would open me up to... How many Sun turns would he have? Do I want to do that? Is it better just keep my Goldengo's Choice Scarf? So what I was thinking here is actually just... So I'm actually gonna do is give him my Goldengo's Choice Scarf. I'm actually going to Choice Scarf him. And you'll see why. It's going to matter a lot versus my Volcarona, as you're going to see in upcoming turns. And that just means my Garganicle is nigh impossible to kill. Soon it shall be. So Great Tusk likely to come in here, which is whatever to me. I protect, get rid of that. It's lefties, interestingly enough. And because it's Iron Moth, it's Iron Moth's Choice Scarf now. My Great Tusk is actually a huge issue for him too. A huge problem for him. I actually forgot that. It doesn't matter that much, truth be told. But my Great Tusk is a huge problem for him. As Corviknight comes in, because, okay, that was Iron Moth. Did not expect the Moth. But what this allows for me to go to Amoonguss. If he goes for actually I should have went to Garganical there. I was gonna say if he goes for the grass move, I get to go to. So that was actually a misclick. I meant in my mind I was clicking Garganical, but I didn't finish the explanation and clicked Amoonguss. Basically, what I was saying is, if he goes for Energy Ball and I go Volcarona, he's done for. Now I technically could do it now. I technically could do it now. So he went to Iron Moth hoping that I'd go for knockoff, by the way. And so here comes Great Tusk, as I expected. But okay. The Shockster. Again, I don't need... I guess now I don't even need to be rock type since his Iron Moth. Yeah, I don't even need to be rock. Now it's a little... It's helpful. But I'm gonna Garganical him until I can go for get the Volcarona sleep, because again I don't need to change my Terra type on my Volk, because the Sun and the booster is gonna body his Corviknight in case he tries to Brave Bird me and he can't terrestrialize. So we'll Salt Cure first into Stealth Rock. I was at 31% to Stealth Rock. Even if he goes, it probably was best to actually. Did he get a Swift Draw? Oh, I was paying attention to the... Oh, I need to fucking wake the fuck up. I'm playing sloppily, which is not okay. That was not okay to do. So now I literally looked at the Salt Cure damage as the Earth Power damage. I wasn't paying attention. So that was sloppy by me. My apologies, y'all. I guess I'm playing somewhat recklessly because I know I'll win the game. But that's no excuse. You always make the best possible plays. So what I could do, like what I don't want to have happen is me getting crit on the Volk. That's what I've been trying to avoid. I want to Quiver Dance without the crit. I could get this guard back up to full. It would mean I'd give up Great Tusk, but Great Tusk is just as good. So I'm like, which one would I rather like keep in the late game? Do a late game guard situation or a late game Tusk? All that work for nothing. Yeah, so that's my fault. So we're gonna go for broke here. So he's gonna stay in an Earth Power, obviously, as we get to Quiver. We Morning Sun here, but that's what I'm saying. Like I should never have been in a situation where I could risk getting crit or a Spadef drop. This is where the choice card from Iron Moth will matter. It actually goes D-Knight first, which won't matter. It's probably an Outrage band, yeah. But yeah, I'll eat that all day. But this should never have been 54. This should never have been even a situation to begin with. I knew Volk was gonna sweep every time. I didn't expect him to be banned, so I guess the Terra Fairy would have been useful. And now I'm playing around with him getting luck and me wasting Morning Suns because he's breaking through all of the confusion. Which is making this hard for me because, obviously he's doing way too much with Outrage. But yeah, I should never have even been in this situation to begin with. So now another Quiver Dance allows me to outspeed Iron Moth. Morning Sun. Fire Dance, I don't think does 26. Another Quiver Dance is better than... So he snaps out. Yeah. There's no priority move I need to fear. So your Fire Dance here, get the +1. I'd be very surprised if the Iron Moth outsped me. Maybe it does. And in which case I deserve to lose. But +2 Volk, I EV'd it to be faster than even Dragapult. So yeah, Flamethrower. But as I said, even risking the luck here is asinine. Like it was silly. Foolish. So Fiery Dance to get the boost, thankfully. None of them have priority and all of them died to Fiery Dance at this point. But he goes Torkoal, which is literally the worst possible play considering like it gives me you're asleep and you give me the maximal Morning Sun boost. But I knew this was gonna occur, but a horrible execution there. You never want to be reckless just because you assume, because then I put I open myself up to RNG, Which is why at the beginning of the game I was like, it's been a long week. I probably should not be going for a like a 2-hour going for number one kind of surprise live, which is why I said in the beginning, I was like, okay, you know, you'll see by the length of the video if I decided to do it, but I didn't want to announce it in the beginning because I didn't want to set that expectation and then I don't do it. But let's just tighten up right now the best we can so that this is at least pleasant to watch. Because if I'm gonna do that, just sweep the guy with Volcarona from turn 3 rather than wasting the time just to do it. So forgive me for the sloppiness. We'll grow. So is there now Meowscarada here? This could be very similar to the last game, but I'll have to get rid of Skeledirge. This is gonna be far more about Among Us, showing why it's so damn annoying. And you'll see right now, because he only has one way. He has 2 ways to stop me from doing Among Us things, which is the Arboliva and the Meowscarada. But all of the relevant mons can get spored, right? So this isn't gonna enjoy it. And you're giving me a Terra Blast. Interesting. Was it like Terrafire? Was he? That's Specs, because that did fucking 39% to me. So Specs Terrafire would have knocked me out, which means if he Terrafires here. Wait, what? What? Get the fuck out of here. What is this shit? Okay, I'll go back to my Among Us here. It's gonna Terrafire now. If he Terrafires, then, you know, obviously he's no longer a grass type, which means I can spore him. But he'll do a fuck ton to me. He'll do... Whoa, that did a lot. Jeez. Yeah, Terrafires. Come on, dude! Okay. Alright. Alright. So a sub... Is it Leech Seed? Terrablast Gears? Yeah. That's annoying, but hey. So literally we just talked about Among Us doing Among Us things. I had a plan, right? It was break the sub and, you know. But, Sludge Bomb did 48, so I might not have even broken the sub, truth be told, too. We forced the Terra, which means the Skeledirge can't terrestrialize anymore. So my Great Tusk has hope, but he has a whole Meowscarada for the speed thing. So, I mean, my Garg is key. Garg is key. My Garchomp is really good too. Let's say worst case, he Leech Seeds. I mean, that has to be the other move, right? What the fuck else are you gonna do? I go Volk. Volk, I guess. I don't want this shit getting a ton of health back. So what I'll do, okay, fine, I'll chomp. So I'll break the sub first. Force him out Spike on the... is my Spike or Dracoing better? Spike or Draco? How important is it for me to hit this Rotom? Because I lose a ton of health with this Giga Drain, which should not have been the case. Should not have been the case. Spike gives me a lot more leverage. Even if he stays in, it's not the end of the world. It is annoying. But I guess this is the wave. Is this the new stuff that the kids are running these days? Especially if I trick his King's Gambit, my Choice Scarf, that's gonna be even better. Very, very odd stuff. I've never seen this. It really caught me off guard. Because Among Us was very important. Being able to spore, especially again because he terrored. Could not switch into Spore anymore, so Meowscarada is the only thing that can come in. I don't need to explain to you why Meowscarada is not a concern when I'm an Among Us. So I don't get why his timer is going down so fast. He literally just turned the timer on. But seems he's about to time out. I actually wanted to play that game up because he had some unique stuff and I wanted to learn from it so that wouldn't work. Well, it won't work. Well, I can't say it won't work because that's actually a troublesome. It's only troublesome because he had a Skeledirge. Otherwise, I would have Volked. But I didn't want to Leech Seed and have the Skeledirge coming. If you look at my team does not. I guess I could have Garged. I could have Garged because he can't Terra Water, which is why Skeledirge is you know, the upside of Skeledirge is it comes in Terra Waters and subs on Gargs and sets up on it. But if you can't do that, then you'll know. So I've noticed a lot of speed boosting Valiants. The meta is evolving, man. And I'm out of date. I'm like, okay, what is this the wave now? Like, why am I seeing Valiant again? Like, and I saw specs. What the fuck? So I'm not even gonna say it. You already know what it is. You know what I'm about to say. So just pay attention to a certain Pokemon that I may or may not have swept with in the past. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Hey, what's good, buddy? It's good. Shout outs to Joltomte. What's good, bro? Joltomte. Shout outs to you, my friend. I doubt he has any guard answer, so I really could tear my guard and just sit. And I won't, because he has a Cinderace. It'll take too much time. I'll wait till he sets a patch, because I could do that and just have him switch around on spikes and I just Salt Cure. I might want to Terra my Volk in this game because of his Pult. It might be physical, but at the same time I could just Quiver and burn it. So probably not. So it's really about value, scouting out what his items are. Yeah, it's really about scouting over there. So phase 1. If he Tusk, that's not a problem because he Spore fought. I'm very surprised he Dragapulted. I'm assuming it's either sub or so let's see, or it's not banded. So it's probably specs, which is good for Volk. So here comes the Tusk. That's what I'm saying. Like Garg's gonna do what Garg's gonna do. So we're knocking. Actually opts for Gambit, which surprises me. It must be Lum Gambit. Nah. Yeah, so it is Lum. I don't think he wants Gambit asleep. You're on Terra Grass? Okay, very interesting stuff. Considering that I have okay. It's very interesting. So one would assume my Great Tusk would come in, which is not something you want. It completely invalidates your especially my Garchomp. When my Garchomp comes in, completely invalidates a lot of what you just did. So I'll do a Sludge Bomb first turn. Pult makes some sense. Pult makes some sense, especially from a Draco standpoint. My Phantom is very important. I can't risk going hard Garganical on a Specs Draco. I wouldn't die, and I could Terra Fairy afterwards. Am I gonna? Okay, so the Gambit was Lum Iron Head. The Gambit's asleep. It's special Pult. Do I even need Terra Fairy? Actually, it's probably better not to Terra Fairy, truth be told. So the worst case scenario is he crits my Garganical on the Draco. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, wow, that did a lot more than I remember. Okay. So obviously, or he just switches out, but there's not too much to switch out. He's gonna have a really hard time now that his Gambit's asleep. Like he's gonna have a really hard time killing this shit. What do I want to do first? Rocks first, because now his Dragapult's usage. Or do I recover? If you say rocks, any Gambit, any Great Tusks. Oh, rocks are more important. I need to find out what the as far as my are rocks more important. Let me think this through. So I'll curing the Great Tusk. The Great Tusk is not a factor though. It's really about the fucking Valiant. If it's some kind of Calm Mind variant with the speed boosting, it can't knock me out the first turn, but it could start Calm Minding. Yeah, it's actually better to cure first. If Tusk comes in, I get to chill on Tusk. The fact that he put the Gambit to sleep is a big deal. And what you don't want, because my Tusk can also body him. Depending on what his Valiant is, like my Tusk just chews on him. He doesn't have a ground resist. And there's no pivot he can really make that I don't body with Salt Cure. Thinking whether it's worth protecting here from a long-term standpoint. Actually gonna just, I know he's gonna knock, but Keeping my rock, keeping my lefties matters. Yes. End of the world, no. As Roaring Moon comes in and gets a speed boost, which is odd. Not that he got a speed boost, which is odd, but the fact that he went to Roaring Moon. So that means he's getting desperate. Because the only thing this can do is acrobatics me. But I've already, like, I'm a fucking, you're not terrifying, so that's just not going to do anything to me. He's probably going to DD once more. Salt Cure is doing enough to where after this I can just recover because he can't 2-hit KO me. Oh, he's Roost. Okay. That's odd. Maybe he's not Acro. Roost. Dragon Dance. But he has the item. Oh, what is this? I'm like, now I'm concerned. If he is Acro. Roost. I was not expecting him to have Roost. And now this is concerning. Because if he DDs again, my Tusk might lose to it. But yeah, this is good because I've never seen speed boost DD with Roost. Okay. So let's go hard Tusk. If he's Acro, he has it. If he doesn't have it, just EQ here. I think I can tank an Acro anyway because he's minus attack. I mean, he's not plus attack. And Tusk is Tusk. So that would mean that he'd expect Tusk to get 2-hit KO'd. And he doesn't have a ground resist, as I've said. So I don't know if it's a dragon move that's his last move. Obviously, it'd be a complete choke to fucking go for Rapid Spin here. When this threat is looming. The rocks are not that relevant in order for me to win. The boy, the guy that tends to sweep teams, is still alive, right? And so we do want to keep that in mind. And I do have the... Wait, he didn't Terra? Why am I think... Was that last game? That was last... I'm thinking about a different game. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, the Arbolo. I'm like, why do I remember there being a... Oh, shit. Okay, so that's not good. I live... But that was a very, well, no, I don't regret anything there. The only thing I would have done differently is on the turn he Terra that have saved my Great Tusk. But even then, I don't need my Tusk. Now, losing Garg is a beast. So what I would have done, if I knew he hadn't Terra'd yet, I would have hard switched out once I saw the speed boost. The reason I know I'll eat it is because he's plus speed. Right, if he was plus attack, then I might die at +2. But even I'm a Garg, though. I'm not the max. So yeah, I need to remember these fucking games. If I die, then I'd obviously just lose to the Garg. Now, I'm still far from out of the game because I have that one Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? And that's always the homie. Now, the downside is that the Cinderace can come in and spam the ball. But I can also spam the ball because his Dark Resists, his Ghost Resists are sleep. Now, the problem is that now this opens up his Dragapult if my Garganico gets bodied. So, they're very poorly executed. I need to remember the, yeah. So he obviously dies to that plus Cure. Oh, he doesn't die to Cure. Shit. Well, I gotta protect. If he roosts and I don't, if he roosts and I Salt Cure, I lose. No, I'm just... If he roosts, and I'm willing to lose. I don't want to lose my Garganico. Oh, he does roost. Fuck. That was super risky. Because if I Salt Cure, you get nothing out of the mints. I give up my Garchomp. I don't know. I tried to get greedy there. I didn't need to do that. Yeah, I mean, I can still win and all, but that was unnecessarily greedy. Both of us were greedy there. If I Salt Cure is always the best play. If I Salt Cure and you roost, you're in a bad spot because you just lose the thing and I just come in and I can destroy whatever you have. Now I risk giving up 2 Mons. Guess he could just roost again. Yeah, I played that turn very badly. Okay. It's far from over, but I caused myself to be in a bad spot. Especially because I terrored expecting him to... I don't know why I thought he terrored. I'm thinking about the Arbelova game. I'm like, okay, he already terrored, so I don't know why he went to his Roaring Moon. As I said, bro, it's been a long week. So my brain is charging back up. But I don't know why I'm making these games harder for myself. Especially when they're such simple wins. Okay, I guess I like to entertain you, huh? So now this has to get hard as fuck. That's what she said. It's really gonna come down to, I think, the Cinderace luck and if his Valiant is Choice Scarfed. I could go to my Gold Angle, that'd be a throw. You see how many mines I let this shit kill when I could have just... My guard could have been alive, my guard champ. So that was just me being... If I got the play right, I'd have been better off, but it was just greed. Both of us were greedy because his play wasn't good either, but I had more to lose. Like if I just saw cured there. Yeah, that was a stupid play on his part. He's super lucky. He is super lucky that it's 1%. Very poor play. Which means I can probably keep my gold and go. I'm still trying to be greedy, aren't I? I certainly am. I won't make the same mistake twice. I shan't make the same mistake twice. So ideally he goes Cinderace. That's the best case scenario for me. Because he knows my Volt can sweep him. But he also doesn't want King Gambit. He's never going Gambit. He goes Gambit on my Volk. I don't need to explain why that's going to be a problem. So he goes Polt. I don't think he's going to expect me to be Choice Scarf. I'm always Covert Cloak. I didn't show Covert. I mean, on my teams I tend to be. And I never showed Covert on... I never showed Covert on my Among Us. So... I mean, it could go Gambit. It's a risk if I'm not Covert. Yeah. But Sepult's gone, which is irrelevant. Pole's never going to matter anyway. And now he's likely going to go to King's Gambit. I mean, into... Oh, excellent, excellent. This is what I wanted. I need this damage so that... And I get a split up drop? Oh, I'm so lucky. So fortunate. Especially if he misses. Unless it's Choice Scarf. If it's Choice Scarf Valiant. Because I Fire Dance here and kill him. If it's Choice Scarf Valiant, I mean... I could Morning Sun and fish for the miss. I'll just knock him out. If he's Choice Scarf Valiant, I won't see an item. I really wish I got the boost there. It would have guaranteed the game. But if he goes anything other than it's Choice Specs Valiant. What I don't want is it to be Choice Scarf and trick me. But I'm outside of the range of any move Valiant can knock me out with. And if I get enough Fire Dance boost, I'll win no matter what. So I really needed that boost, but I got the Spit F drop, so I cannot complain. I think with +1 it does around where the Cinderace was at. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've done that, because one of the sequences that needed to occur was I'd use my own Cinderace to beat other Cinderace in. So it goes Valiant, gets the Court Drive speed boost. What is he? Calm Minding? I mean, if he Calm Minds, can he 2-hit? Yeah. Side Shot might go. Thunderbolt, yes. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, that's whack. Okay, I get a kill. So as I said, Volcarona very likely could have prevailed. It's left. Pretty sure you die. And I'm pretty sure you can't kill me if you don't die. But I'm just gonna run the calc if I should have risked the miss, risk the wisp, or I'm pretty sure this is a one shot. But why not run the calc? You know, why not run the calc? You know, +2 Fiery Dance, 84 to 90. Yeah, you're gone. Yeah. And then him being asleep, obviously, GG. But I told you this guy. I actually did not say he swept. I said the one who shall not be named sweeps. And I think I'm getting spoiled with Volk. in the sense that because I have, because y'all have seen that particular sequence so many times on this channel that I can look at a team and know if I'll win with Volk, and I'll do reckless stuff in the mid game because I still know I can sweep, even if this happens. Like I knew I probably wouldn't lose to this. Well, there was a turn where I could have lost. Let's say you roosted on the turn I sacked Chomp, I could have lost. So I'm not getting punished for my sloppiness, which isn't ideal. But those were good like warm up games. As we get higher up, as this is more annoying. I'm not sweeping this guy with Volk because he has a toxic, but that's actually not true. I've seen Pexes without toxic or haze at times, and if that's the case, then you're getting Volk swept. Sorry, but Great Tusk certainly is an option here. Very good option. Goldengo tricking the young Choice Scarf away is gonna body and cripple somebody in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Among Us is gonna be mad annoying. The Great Tusk is gonna be, the Garganical boy? This Garganical boy? My Garchomp? Problem, I tell you. So, there's a couple ways we can skin this cat. The question is, am I gonna Terra my Garg? My Garchomp is so freaking handsome. So handsome. As well as Goldengo once I catch his Tinglu. Okay, so what we don't want is a situation where we're staring down this fucking Dragapult doing Dragapult things. And so phase 1 is going to be Moongi. I cannot be one shot unless he like Specs Terrifier. Or Specs Draco could kill me. He commit his Terra, which I wouldn't mind. If he committed his Terra to this, I'd be pleased. Because then my Garg Infinite Walls, I could commit my Terra to that. That's Spore. I'm thinking, he's banded, by the way. I'm like, okay, I could, which is good news for I was like, I could predict his Garganical here and attack it. But since I'm covert, if the guard comes in, the most he's going to get out of this is rocks. Right? Unless he's some rogue Terra Dragon or something like that, which we have seen. And even then, I guess I Giga Drain. But Amoongus is just one of those mon that's the safest pick and applies the most pressure. Given the fact that I have no information on his set. So let's say I let the Dragon Shark, Garchomp, he let Dragapult. Obviously, the worst case scenario for us if we let Volcarona, obviously, amongst other reasons. Great Tusk, we don't know his set, so Specs Draco immediately threatens and we get nothing in return. Goldengo was fine, but there are also several things that he could have started with in the case of Tinglu. So what I could have tricked the Tinglu initially, but that's giving up, like 60-70% on Goldengo for what? Right, there are better options. So Amoongus is the only Pokemon on the team that, upon lead, nothing offensively threatens. Right, and he's clearly banded Dragonite, Dragapult. He did 30 to my Fizdef Amoongus. So we got a lot of information already, and Amoongus hasn't shown shit. Right, other than that, it's not Rocky Helmet, I guess. So Amoongus also doesn't really show shit because it always runs the same damn set. So finally goes to the Garganical. I wouldn't be shocked to see him double back to Polt here. Doubles out to Corviknight. Okay. The sub. I was gonna double Spore there. Okay. So that was a horrible decision on his end. That's phenomenal for us. Phenomenal. Now it's time we stall. Is Dragapult coming back out as too high of a risk? So, because like went Chomp there, would be great. What is this guy doing? You know that I'm a Salt Curer, right? Okay, so it's Covert Cloak. So he burned 2 sleep turns. It's Covert Cloak Pex. We're going to use this as an opportunity to get my regen back on and bait back out his Corviknight, as you're going to see. So it pivots to Great Tusk. Not ideal for me, but at the very least I know he's going to go for the EQ. I can see there's no way rapid spins here. It just doesn't make sense. Now he rapid spins, but that's whatever to me. I'm gonna play the long game and knock. Oh, he's actually faster than me. He's running that young speed. So this is a really good position for me. Like, I can apply a lot of pressure here. So I'm gonna do his Boca. I know he's gonna spin. I could have EQ'd back, but if he's not going Corviknight, he's in a bad right. And so him going Corviknight here, one, he's gonna wake up, but he's gonna wake up in U-turn, loses his leftovers. Okay, so he doesn't wake up. So this allows for me to bulk up again. Now, should I be allowing my Tusk to be beaten down like this? Probably not. But the thing about it is that his Dragapult is special, right? I mean, it's physical. So this is a situation where I actually have a lot of leverage. I'm just debating whether or not it's worth me rapid spinning, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be staring down. He's crit fishing. 31. Iron Brave Bird Iron Defense. Shit. Just wasted a lot of time. Fuck. But he didn't heal, which is a big deal. So probably Tinglu. I mean, if he goes Polt, is insane. I actually don't like how I played the Great Tusk. Iron Head is not what I expected. So he roosts. Okay, this is phenomenal. But not at the same time. It's gonna be great for my Chomp. Because Chomp is a huge issue. Because now, like, what do you do, right? I'd have preferred Tinglu getting tricked, truth be told. So this isn't ideal. Especially because it's Corviknight is. So I'm going to do his trick again. I want the Tinglu's leftovers. Since I know the Tinglu is coming in. I actually played Great Tusk pretty badly. Iron Defense. I did not expect Iron Defense. Because I would have gotten a kill otherwise. So I wasted my Great Tusk potential. Now, I did get rid of his hazards. So what's going to end up happening is that my Garganacl is likely going to just sit. And just absolutely devour my opponent. But it's going to take some time. So I'm going to ideally bait his Tinglu to stay in with my Volk and Wisp. Where I can bait his Toxapex. Yep, excellent. The reason I went hard Volk is because I knew that because people think, well, Tinglu is invincible and da-da-da-da-da. It's very highly likely he'll just leave the Tinglu in, even though it's not the best possible option. Now, him getting up all these spikes is going to bite me in the ass, right? And so I have to be very, very mindful of how I play out this game. Especially because, if I knock and he goes to Polt, yeah, like, I actually didn't respect spikes enough in this game. So, sloppy. The Great Tusk turned really bugged me. It was immature. I should have scouted out longer on what it said. I should have scouted out more what it says towards rather than because I have the power to I have the tools to overpower him, right? So it wasn't necessary for me to rush through that. Now my Goldengo can probably sweep him too once this Dragapult dies, but again, it's just immature. It was premature. There we go. And the question is, what do I want to do now? Because leaving this in, what I can't have happening is him going to. So we're gonna have to fucking play this a little, like, since he's gonna get the spikes up, there's nothing I can do about that, right? And so we're gonna have to play this a little longer, a lot longer of a game. I'm very upset with myself for that. Zios or Tusk, that's fine. He's gonna try to remove my item, which makes sense. Actually, just rocks. That's fucking phenomenal. My Tusk can live one. And so it's gonna come down to pretty sure this thing has I need to keep my rocks up too. So protect here, surf, yeah. My Garchomp is gonna be really, really fucking critical. Every time Garchomp comes in, he loses a mon. More or less. Yeah, I did not I completely blanked on the fact that hazards were a thing. Why would I do that though? Why have I never been in this situation before? What's different about this team? Because I'm never in a situation where I'm concerned with hazards. So why am I concerned here? Like, what's different about this situation? So I have to Spore here because if Corviknight comes in and I Giga Drain, I'm fucked. Right, so I think Folky. I got a hard chomp. I actually don't think he's gonna switch. I have spikes too. I was gonna EQ. Who goes hard Polt? Bros, I am so tight with myself about. I was going EQ there. I'm like, this guy is not going to switch. Now, what I didn't respect is the fact that I had spikes as well. I completely blanked on that reality. So, I mean, I'm probably going to need a Terramite. I can't believe he hearted Polt. It's not that like groundbreaking. But he had other mid grounds like Tingaloo, so which is why I'm like, it doesn't make sense for me to do that. So what I should have done there was spike at the very least, because now he can go for Dragon Darts. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to lose him on, so I'll just Terra my Garg. Ideal situation is that he leaves it in. If he goes to the picks, then I get to recover. So be it. But my Garg getting Terra'd. If I can Terra the Garg, if I can Terra the it goes Tusk, which is perfect. Because the Tusk doesn't have any recovery. So if I play this cool, the Tusk will never get all this. The Tusk will never, because there's nothing he can double to that can stop my Garg from recovering, and he can go to his own Garg. But that's just actually, now that I think about it, his Tusk is rocks, which is pretty odd. Oh, I'm really glad he stayed in there. So his Garg is, I didn't factor that. His Garg is some shit. His Garg is some shit. So rocks are going to be up for the remainder of the game, which is phenomenal. Don't want him knocking off, obviously. He goes to picks. His shit is some shit. So spikes plus the ass. I live. So if he plays his Dragapult foolishly, then all I need to do is get my Tusk in and go for EQ. After that, I can spin on any. Oh, I can't spin on this Tusk. Both our Tusks are low on the health. So let me see how much Surf's doing. 15%. We can stall those. Yeah. Let me stall Cure here. Yeah, bitch. Call me Steve-O, bitch. So he's gonna Saw Cure me, obviously, but I need to be super healthy. Okay, he doesn't Saw Cure, so that's a blessed. That's blessed right there. Because he doesn't know that my Amoonguss is covert. Yeah. Call me Steve-O, and I can Giga Drain here without remorse. Might go Corvi, but yeah. Pex is giving me health, so Pex versus Amoonguss is actually an offensive threat right now. The game's not over. I just played the versus the spot. Like I don't. Maybe I just haven't faced a Tinglu in a while. I don't know why. Like I literally did not even just respect it at all. I'm getting way more health back, right? Yeah. It's like opts for the Corviknight. If the Corviknight wakes up here, I'm in deep doo doo. Well, let's Choice Scarf though. Let's say I go. Yeah, I'll still go. Folk is actually still the best play. I actually goes hard Garganical. I've shown Will-O-Wispo, so he's gonna feel fairly safe going. So I'll force the Terra here. I mean, nah, I'm not gonna risk that. I was gonna say I could force the Terra. Actually, he might be faster than me. He has EQ. What? He's Terra Water Curse, which isn't good for my Goldengo. That's why he doesn't want a Terra. Okay. So if I go Tusk here, he's gonna go to Dragapult and go to his Tusk and spin kill me, which is not ideal. I could go Garchomp for shit. He's Terra Water, which no wonder. So my Garg is a problem. So if I EQ and he goes Tinglu, I 2 KO. From a long-term standpoint, God, I can't. He actually goes Corby. He's burned 2 sleep turns. I've shown Fire Blast. He's staying in this time though. Yeah, but he's like, okay, well, your ground types are weakened enough to where I can do this. So, it's fucking curse. Shitnet. And obviously that beats the fuck out of me. Alright, so okay. No, he's U-turning, but it doesn't really matter what he does. Okay. Yeah, we're just 2 fucking curers of the salt. And he's gonna curse this turn. And he has no reason to be in any rush either. The problem is I'm trying to spin literally for the Garchomp. Man, okay. Alright, we'll see what we can do. He goes Pex. Obviously no reality does he allow me to spin. So he's gonna give up Pole, go to Great Tusk. Now what I'm banking on here is that he just EQs. Because he's like, yo, I can't have him go into that Goldengo for free. Actually, no. Even if I go Goldengo, I mean, you're not beating my Garg, so why not? What if it was a speed tie? Oh, it was not. Yeah, but I can't beat his Terra Water Garg. I'm thinking what I should have been more. I didn't realize how bad of a matchup I had versus Hazards. So what I could have done instead, you know what? I don't know. I know exactly why I'm like, why have I never been in this? Because every goal, let's say I had Covert Cloak, Terra Flying Goldie, I'd have swept this guy. It'd be a complete bloodbath of a game. So Covert Cloak, Terra, the nasty plots that I typically have runs through these kinds of teams, but because I'm Trick, I can't beat the Garg other than with the Among Us. I still could have won the game and played the game better, but because I'm like, why have I not? What's different about the tools I have in this case versus in the past? You know. So I mean, it doesn't really matter what I click. It's completely irrelevant. So he goes to Tinglu, which is surprising. I guess he doesn't have to be Terra Water. He rests. I mean, what? Your Earthquake. There's no way you're not Terra Water. But I mean, it is a possibility. It is a possibility. So obviously, Garg's here. We're just gonna have Sol Kiras until you Terra Water. My Garg is fucking useless right now. Anyway, so I assume you might not be the Terra Water. And if that's the case, then I'm glad your Tinglu is asleep and has burnt no sleep turns. So I would go to the most useless mon on my team, which is my Volcarona. Problem is I don't want Garg coming in, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, Yeah, I gotta. So if he's anything other than Terra Water here, he'd what? Go to Tinglu? I have lefties though. Yeah, there it is. I knew it was Terra Water. I'm like, okay, so he's probably cursed Terra. So yeah, that was not a well executed game by your boy. Truth be told, none of these games were. So my apologies for the sloppy games today, my friends. I said, yo, we're gonna get the recording for the day done today, no matter what. Oh shit! Excuse me. No matter where we're getting these recordings in, but I learned a lot. I'm glad about the. Excuse me. I'm glad about the Spike game. It refreshed my memory. I have not lost to Spikes. I want to say ever. Like I don't think in this present metagame, like since I've gotten the Rust off, like when I was doing the I don't think we've lost one game ever to a situation like that. So I'm like, why? I can't believe I did not respect Spikes. But yeah, beautiful lesson there. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. And realize that Pokemon is a mental game, meaning literally there's no physical action, so every action taken is done through critical thinking, and so you can tell by how I'm playing these games that I'm not my typical self. I mean, forgetting the Terra, I guess you could say is normal, but it's been a motherfucker of a week, boys. And so I'm gonna get some rest in, and we should be back full power on Monday. So thanks again for watching, man, and I appreciate y'all. Love you. Peace.